What's up, guys? So I'm starting down the path of upgrading our front brakes here. So I'll be upgrading the front disc to 5th-gen Camaro Brembos. So I'm going to start out the video with basically just kind of taking it apart. And so I'll do a few of these just to kind of stitch them together, because I'll be doing this in phases. The first phase I'm going to be doing is getting the brakes done in the front, upgrading them with the front calipers, and get the new lines on. Bought a few parts from Big Brake Upgrade, so if you they have everything from the individual components all the way up to the full kit. I ended up sourcing some things from eBay. I bought the rotors new from Rock Auto, and I'll kind of go over some of the things that you'll have to do with that. But right now, I'm going to take off this wheel here, and we'll start exploring. We'll basically do a removal of this and the first piece of this before we start getting. We'll go ahead and get this wheel off, and then we'll start down the rest of the pieces. So let's do that now. I'll kind of break these loose. All right, let's go ahead and get this wheel off. Now I got it off, I'm probably going to clean the inside of the barrels pretty good. They're not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and clean those up super nice. This kind of gives you an idea of the nice quality of these US mag wheels. Nice gold all the way on the back here. Two-piece forged wheels. Pretty nice. Beautiful, beautiful set of wheels. Paid out the ass for them, but well worth it in my opinion. It just made the car. All right, for those of you that don't know, we're going to take this rotor off, and I'm going to take it by a buddy of mine's shop. And what you typically do is you mill this down. So you mill the rotor piece off of it, the brake surface piece off of it, about down to here where that line is. So you still use this part as the hub. Then you get longer studs. I think 2-inch is the part, and these are the studs that I'm probably going to use. So put them longer studs in, and then we'll, we need to get the 5th-gen rotor, which will then go over top of it. So this will just be the hub. The 5th-gen rotor will go over top of it. And let me just grab that real quick. So this is the caliper. Just look at the size difference of this. I mean, that's just massive. It's like twice the size of that rotor that's on there now. 4-piston, just a beautiful. I had a 5th-gen Camaro. I know how these things work. They're really amazing, especially if you can put some type of vacuum electric pump on it for the added line increase, or even better, which I think I'm going to do, is the Hydro Boost, and really just make it where you just touch the pedal, immediate clamping force, and this thing's going to be ready for 2020 driving in the streets. That's, that gives you an idea of the difference. Put these down for a second. These are the rotors. These are power stop, front driver side, so they're labeled. So you can see here what these will do is, these will go over the top and go over to the top of this like that. These will just kind of fit over like that. So pretty nice setup. They just look massive. So between that, and getting some massive clamping power on there, that's just going to be a beast. And actually, I'm going to turn the wheel a little bit facing the camera. Right now it's kind of like that, so let me do that real quick. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull off the caliper next. Alright, to take the caliper off, you're going to need, I've got a 3/8 hex Allen wrench. Yep, that's it. Alright, now I should be able to just kind of pull this caliper off from here. So, and there are those little bitty calipers. So I'll probably end up giving these to a friend or something, but they're in really good shape. It's just needs some modernization. You can see I already have the Earl's stainless line, the fitting. I don't think I'll be able to use this. I did order some new lines from bigbrake.com, and I think they're Earl's as well, but they're adapted for the 5th gen calipers. So we'll pull this off, we'll get a little fluid drained out of it. From there, you need to pop this off just to kind of show you. I'll just put that there to keep it from hanging until I get that line off. So you can see how this is going to slide over, and this is where the center has to be milled out a little bit. I'm going to get a buddy of mine to do that because it won't go on all the way. But you can kind of see how the stock rotor works as the hub without, and you basically grind that down. This is a sneak peek of the new setup. Big difference. So with these, you also need the 18-inch wheels minimum recommended. These brake setups actually came on cars with 20-inch wheels, but I think we're fine with the 18. According to bigbrake.com's website, should be fine with that, and it's pretty known that people run these. Kind of rounding up the parts list again. Here is the new brake line that adapts to the new caliper, and again, I got this at bigbrake.com. So that's both the left and the right. For that, it's going to replace this one. And the other thing is the bracket, the modified bracket that's going to mount the calipers on. So I'll kind of walk you through that a little bit, what has to happen. All right, first we'll get this All right, we'll go ahead and pull off this dust cover. Now another thing that I see guys do, they document, they keep this dust cover, at least this part of it, and then they trim off. It looks like, I think they keep where it bolts on, maybe right here. And everything else is trimmed off. So that'll be another modification that'll have to be done. Alright guys, so that's all ready. Now my understanding is you have to do a few mods. So these are the things that are going to happen over the next couple days. And then we'll be ready to put the new parts on. Which, by the way, I'm also going to take the Brembos and paint those. But number one, I'll have to just leave the spindle on, cut off the ears, basically cut it right here. Then I'll have to drill out these holes here for the new bracket. The holes are bigger, the bolts are bigger, then I'll need to tap those holes. So that takes care of the spindle modifications, okay? Number two and number three, I'm gonna have a friend of mine help me out here with he's got some machine shop type lathes and that sort of thing. The first thing's gonna be, we're gonna cut this down, so we're gonna lay this down and get rid of essentially the surface area of this rotor. So this becomes now the new hub. Then we can you know, put the other rotor on. The third thing is taking the new rotor, and this has to be opened up to a certain size. The size is listed on bigbreakupgrade.com. So he's going to open that up for me so it'll actually fit on the 3rd gen rotor. That's going to be the hub there. So those are the three things that really have to be modified. And then again, we're going to trim this shield all the way down for the most part and leave one bolt on, I believe. And that's it. And then we'll be putting the parts back on. So as always, like the videos here, I'm going to be doing a few more videos here. This is going to be the first part one of the big brake upgrade. The next video, I'll have everything done and I'll be installing them. So part two of this brake video will be coming up soon. Then I'm going to be doing a series of my LS3 sort of documentary, if you will. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me how I did the AC, and it's a little trickier on the 58X. Well, it's actually simple, but it's you have to know what you're doing and you have to know how to do it. The 24X PCMs, like the LS1s, LQ4s, all those type of LSs, that ECM actually has a AC request pin on the ECM, so it knows when to bump the idle and that sort of thing. The 58X with LS3s, they don't have that because they came out of a more modern vehicle. They had body control modules or BCMs, so you have to run a standalone system. So I'll walk you through how I did that in a later upcoming video. Like, subscribe. Hope you guys are enjoying these. I decided to make these a couple of parts just because it just wasn't spanning a long period of time, and I just wanted to get some content out there. So let me know if that works for you guys. If you guys have some other ideas on how you've done your big brake upgrade or some tips and tricks, comment below. Thanks, appreciate it.